Al doilea material pe care trebuie să-l vedeți este o analiză foarte recentă realizată de Tim Marshall de la CNN. El spune cât se poate de clar, cu elemente de geografie, atât terestră cât și navală. Și cu o hartă în față ne explică, din punctul său de vedere de jurnalist foarte experimentat, care ar putea să fie direcțiile de acțiune și cum ar putea să se desfășoare atacul Rusiei. Atenție sporită! România este cât se poate de vizibilă pe harta lui Tim Marshall de la CNN. Să urmărim.
To better understand the tensions between NATO and Russia over Ukraine, it's worth a glance at history and a good look at a map. In the Cold War, Europe was split more or less in two. The NATO countries in the west, Warsaw Pact under Moscow's dominance in the east. But post-Cold War, country after country wanted to join NATO, and it's moved up to Russia's borders. To understand why Russia feels nervous about that, a topographical map is useful. There's a mountain range running across Europe, the Carpathian Mountains. Now, from the Baltic Sea here to where the Carpathians start there, this is flat ground. And through that flat ground have come Napoleon and the French, Hitler and the Germans, and many others who've invaded Russia from that direction. And that makes Russia very nervous. Therefore, it seeks to either plug that gap by occupying it, or if not, where the ground opens up into flat ground, it wants to, at the very least, dominate it. In 2014, its reaction was to occupy and then annex Crimea, part of Ukraine, and its warm water port of Sebastopol, which gives the Russian fleet access out of the Black Sea into the Mediterranean, and from there onto the great ocean lanes of the world. It also fomented civil war in the Donbass region in order to create a small mini buffer zone. Now, Putin seems to be more ambitious. Now, if there's going to be an invasion, one of the four scenarios will probably come to pass. Fully occupy and annex the Donbass region. Up from that, move up from the Crimea and join all this territory up, so your buffer zone is bigger. One level up from that, race along the Black Sea coast all the way to Odessa, which is a Russian-speaking city. Annex the whole of the coastline and cut Ukraine off from the Black Sea. And most ambitious of all, you do all the preceding scenarios and you move troops into Belarus, which is friendly to Russia, and you come down from Belarus through what are called the Pripyat marshes, which are frozen in winter, and you encircle the capital of Ukraine called Kiev. The best time to do it is winter, because it's going to be a mechanized advance, and the mechanized divisions need hard frozen ground. That's strategy. But it's important to understand the place that Ukraine has in Russia's heart, or in its psychology. Russian culture began in Kiev, and it's where what eventually became Russia was founded. I mean, it moved eastwards across to Moscow, but they still know in their collective imagination that the root of their culture is in the heart of Ukraine. Large parts of the country are Russian-speaking. There's the Slavic connection, and there's also the fact that many people are Russian Orthodox in their religious belief. This is from the heart, and it actually does play a role in Russian thinking.